All right, so we're back talking about the Andy and Leyley game. This video request technically comes from the comment section of the old Andy and Leyley video I did a long time ago. But I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and check it out because we started talking about Class of '09. I was like, dang, that game's messed up. You know what's another messed up game? This one. So let's go ahead and see the other story, the behind the scenes, and all this other stuff. I'm not too sure what's about to happen, but something tells me it's messed up. Let's check it out.
Under threat of perjury, all names, places, and aliases have been altered or fictionalized.
We ain't trying to get
The
sued
following
out
video
here.
contains topics, but are not limited to murder, cannibalism, incest, domestic abuse,
Oh man.
terroristic threats,
Oh man.
racism,
Oh man.
Nazism, homophobia, transphobia, pedophilia, and a
Damn.
brief mentioning of the attacks on 9/11.
Okay, so it sounds like we're gonna be talking about everything we shouldn't be talking about. Interesting. Go ahead and strap into this one, boys. It's gonna be crazy.
This media is intended for mature audiences in search of a deeper understanding of the general human psyche. Viewer discretion is heavily
interesting.
advised.
Okay, let's go ahead, check it out. Every
Okay,
human has a
this
dark
is
side.
By
Might as
far
well
the
talk
most
about it.
intense rabbit hole I've ever gone on. For those who don't know,
Before we even start, bro, I want to say that was an awesome transition.
this is by far the most intense
Clicked
rabbit
on the
hole
light.
I've ever gone on. For those who don't know, The Coffin of Andy and Leyley is a game about incest, cannibalism, and demons. Pretty messed up stuff, right? Today I'm going to be telling you about the creation of the game and what the game has spawned.
Okay.
Hey, look at that. Hey, it's the transition from the actual game. What?
Hey,
Our story
lit.
starts off in rural Indiana. This here is Linda Madison. She's a high school teacher with a history in writing and arts. With her husband, James Madison, no relation to the president, they create a little story game, mostly based on like Halloween and scary stuff, things like that. James is ex-military. He's a whiz with computers and programming, and in the past he has worked with aiding special needs children. These people are very noble, but to support their family, they do both need to have jobs, and they work their asses off. But then the pandemic hits, and they can't support their parents anymore, so they have to move in with them. While James and Linda are brainstorming their next game, they want to focus on cannibalism and demons. But one day, when Linda's at work, she hears a rumor about two incestuous students. That sets off a light bulb in her head.
Oh boy.
She goes home to tell James, and they start working on a prototype for the Coffin of Andy and Leyley. And they release episode 1, and it's super successful. At least more successful than their other games. Since James is such an expert on the internet and stuff like that, he advises his wife to double down on the incestuous parts and the cannibalistic parts. So they create episode 2, and they release it.
Episode 2.
And the game
The community
surges past $2 million in sales.
Nice.
Now this is where the game starts.
That's really good for it, especially for an indie.
A community starts forming around the game, and the content spreads all across the internet. The community on the surface is pretty run-of-the-mill. You got your weebs, your cosplayers, your modders, your content creators, your fan artists, your fan artists. Pretty run-of-the-mill stuff for an indie game. But eventually the content reaches 4chan. And this is where it catches the eyes of the Soy Jack Party.
Oh man. Episode 3.
Are
Doxing.
Trying to be as offensive as possible. I think their main philosophy is that if someone takes offense to something someone else says, they're a weak person. Or something like that. I think that's their philosophy. Among the Soy Jack...
I mean, that's a strange philosophy because anybody can potentially be offended by absolutely anything. And even if you have this mentality, like you'll eventually be offended by something because anybody can be offended. So like this philosophy already sounds broken.
Party, there is a hacker named Snarky Snappy, and this guy takes the initiative to start releasing the information about James and Linda. The doxing is dubbed Operation 9/11. Pretty on brand for the Soy Jack Party, I must say. On November 29th, James's information is leaked. His phone number, name, address, all of it. And James and Linda are forced to move. This would have been a lot harder if they didn't have the success from the game, but luckily, it was successful. In preparation for Linda's identity to be released, they start creating a bunch of fake data. They create the fake name Sinny Meskis, and they create a backstory about how she's from Finland, she's an artist, stuff like that. And surprisingly, it worked. The Soy Jack Party didn't even notice that this was a fake name. This was a huge revelation for me in the rabbit hole. Every single person that I talked to said that their name was Sinny Meskis. I talked to 2 of the content creators. most well known for the game,
Okay.
Lectrin and Furball, and they pointed me in the right direction. But after that, I did some research on them, and I'll let the clips play for themselves.
Bragging
Okay.
about stealing again. In other words, he pretended to be Kit 9. Furball has a history of threatening people and attempting to dox them. He admits to someone that he forged an ID in order to keep people off his back. Let's take a
Huh.
moment just to look at this lovely
My girlfriend's 15, but she's legal. Oh boy.
comment made by our old pal, Mr. Average Modder.
Oh boy. Furball has stolen thousands of dollars from small content creators, threatened and harassed community members to the point the entire channels have been deleted, and he has groomed at least 2 young girls. Suffice to say, he is not a very good guy. Well, yeah, if he actually in fact did these things, right? Because I have no idea, right? I am the type of guy to give benefit of doubt, right? But I'm pretty sure that there's evidence. I mean, we just saw some of it, and yeah, okay, definitely not the greatest of people online. Let's continue. Oh, hello.
Furball likes to take
Oh,
money from
okay.
people. He used a fake Kit9 email address to take money from small content creators using the songs from the game.
That's not
They're
cool.
also kind of like pedophiles.
Oh man, PDF files. I hate making this video.
Furball
Yeah.
actually used the data from the Soyjak party to threaten James and Linda. In response, they actually sent him a cease and desist letter,
Okay.
which I think is pretty funny. He threatened to release their
It's
names and
legal.
their addresses on YouTube, but I don't think he's actually going to do it. Despite the horrible, vile things that this game has caused, I think it perfectly reflects the human condition. I think it's broken art attracts broken people, and this is
No, I mean that's 100% true, right? I mean, how many times have you seen a streamer and like you see the chat and like the known saying is chat reflects streamer. Yeah, it would be the same thing. Like if you're a fan of say My Hero Academia, well, look at the fandom, right? If you're a fan of anything, just look at the fandom. I mean, it's a little representation of what they think goes on inside this fictional media. So, like, this game is about a whole bunch of crazy stuff. No surprise, people that actually enjoy the game, like, not people playing the game because, oh my gosh, this is crazy, but people playing the game because it's like, oh wow, this is so amazing. This art is beautiful. Like, I relate to this. Well, if you're relating to this, chances are you're probably messed up in the head, right? Take your ass outside.
best example on the internet of this. A lot of the people in the community are either really intelligent or really stupid. And
I mean, bro, that's like every community, right? It's, there's like this just how it works.
illness kind of overlaps with both of those quite frequently. So
Mhm.
please don't go looking for the creators. They're
Yes.
good people. I'm releasing this so that people stop trying to extort them for money and they can focus on making the game. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
just make
for
games.
300 subscribers.
Hey, let's go.
For a nicheless YouTuber, that's pretty cool. For those still wondering about my endeavors in science, yes, I'm
Science.
still working on my quantum particle theory. Yes,
Ooh, quantum particle theory. I'd love to hear this.
I'm still devising experiments. I just
Okay.
came to the realization that people want to be entertained more
Yes.
than they want to be educated. I'll
100%, brother. And that's the hard part. Like, how do you mix the entertainment versus education? It's definitely hard and it's tricky, especially if you're trying to educate them something like with quantum mechanics. Like, good luck making that entertaining, but there's a lot of people that have done so by like making little arts about it, right? Like, shout out to all those YouTubers that are doing like the little stick figure drawings and they're talking about something super sophisticated. I'm actually he makes good videos and they're the same thing. Like you're educating, but you're entertaining with your simplistic art.
also have a hunch that the third episode is coming out on Halloween of this year. So if you
Oh,
want to
cool.
see me play that, hit subscribe. More
Oh, cool.
videos are coming. I'll see you later.
Dope. Huh. All right. So yeah, that was a little interesting video on the behind the scenes of that messed up game. Yeah, I only saw one video and it was VTubers playing this game. But yeah, no surprise. Yeah, broken art creates a broken people Broken art doesn't create broken people. Sorry, like that sounded like weird. I was trying to put the thought together. Anyways, broken art creates a broken type of community or a broken fan base or people that are broken that are interested in these type of topics because it reflects their reality or their state of living, right? Not everybody, is born with say like nice parents, right? So if you have had bad parents and then you see something in the media that is reflecting that type of situation, like, yeah, you might be drawn towards it because it's a symbol of something that you face with in real life. Completely understandable. That being said, that doesn't give you the justification to go out and just start doxing people online or just start going out and grooming people, right? This is definitely a symptom of a terrible cause. I don't know what it is, but you can get help for these things. There are resources available if you ever want to get help. At the end of the day, it's always up to the individual whether they're going to seek some type of mental therapy, mental counseling, even if anything, just having somebody to relay these feelings on. Like it takes you willing to do that. And if you're not willing to do that, well, then it's never going to happen. And it doesn't matter how many people tell you to take your ass outside, you're probably not going to do it. But here's a friendly reminder to take your ass outside because the outside world can be absolutely beautiful, especially if your inside world is terrible. There's definitely ways to get better, and hopefully people do because I do like seeing people get better. That's awesome. But yeah, that was a cool. It was a cool video. I like that you made this video. What's your name, brother? Stem cell, stem cell. Nice name. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Y'all be safe. It's crazy out here in the internet world, but definitely it can become better. I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all be safe. Peace.